Alpha Dad Mindset, episode 11. Building healthy habits for your children. Let's get started. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a week or so ago, and we're talking about building a strong foundation of healthy habits for your kids, and how you can avoid your kids growing up to have really crappy habits. Maybe smoking too much, maybe drinking too much, and not exercising, eating too much junk food, playing too many video games, be on social media too much. So when you have children and they're born and they're infants, how do you develop strong habits so they can avoid that as much as possible? So they don't develop unhealthy habits that limits them from reaching their full potential in life and being a fully optimized, healthy, happy person and when they grow up. Well, it's very simple. It's not complicated. As a parent, as a dad, you need to model those healthy habits. When it comes to eating right, when it comes to exercising, sleeping well, communicating with your wife or your girlfriend properly and not arguing. That's a big one because children are going to grow up and the relationships they have with people and the communication they have with their partner is going to be related to the communication they saw with their mom and dad, how mom and dad talk to each other. So if you have a very toxic communication with your wife, your daughter and your son, they're going to see that and they're going to model that. They're going to think that's normal. Oh yeah, man, mom and dad yell at each other, they scream at each other, they call each other names. They use a lot of profanity at home, and well, they're going to model that as they get older, and they're just going to think that that's normal, and it's not. Part of healthy habit building. Because they're going to see that. Children are sponges. Your daughter, your son, they're going to look at dad and they're going to model that behavior. Especially your boys. So dads, especially your boys, because your sons are going to look at you on how to behave in life. They're going to look at you and you need to model that behavior. And it comes to every single thing that you do. How you wake up in the morning, how you get dressed, how you get dressed, what do you wear, the quality of clothes you wear, how you interact with the pets in the home, how you interact with their mother, how you interact with your friends, how you interact with your colleagues, and bringing your kids to work. Let's bring your kids to work day, how you interact with your colleagues, how do you take care of yourself, how do you handle struggles, how do you handle stress, do you exercise, how do you handle eating properly. And they're going to see that and they're going to be affected by that. So if you're already a dad or you're a dad to be like me, you need to adopt those healthy habits and you need to start doing that now. And it's hard. It's not going to be easy, but you need to build a strong foundation for yourself before you bring children into this world. So you think about, let's say for example, if you're someone who doesn't eat very healthy and you don't exercise and you play too many video games and you're not bringing in a lot of money and you're not spending the time that you need to spend with your kids, and basically if you're a child raising a child, essentially, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, not doing your job, not being an optimized man, and you expect your children not to follow that example, they're going to follow that example, and they're going to follow the exact same footsteps as you. They're going to develop those really bad habits, lifestyle habits. You can't blame them. You need to blame yourself. Can't blame them. Just following the example that you showed them. You can't blame them. Blame yourself. Pick yourself up and do what you need to do as a dad. And it starts with little incremental steps. Start with teaching your kids how to eat healthy. Eat healthy foods. Why do you need to eat healthy foods? Well, it's good for you, it's healthy, and it affects your brain chemistry, actually. Eating healthy foods, it will affect your dopamine. It'll affect your mood swings. It'll affect your emotions. So if you're eating a lot of sugar, if you're eating a lot of carbs, if you're eating a lot of very unhealthy foods, you notice when you eat a big unhealthy meal, how your mood changes a little bit and you feel really down, you want to sit in front of the TV and not do anything. It's because that food, the chemicals in that food, is affecting your brain chemistry. That's why. So if you're always in a state of laziness or of depression, start with changing your diet. And your children are going to follow that example. Make it a habit. 2, make exercise a habit. Every day, some form of exercise. Do low intensity and sometimes do high intensity, and do those exercises with your kids. And start at a really young age. Really young, like infancy. Turn exercise into a game with your kids. Especially now in lockdowns, we don't have access to a gym. Well, you can exercise with your little baby boy, little baby girl. By just picking them up and turning your exercise routine into a game that's fun for them. And they're going to grow up and follow that example with them. Sleep. If you have young kids, I keep getting told that my son is about 2 months away, and I keep getting told, enjoy the sleep now while it lasts, because he won't be sleeping for the next 5 months. So I'm taking advantage of it, sleeping as much as I can. And I'm not big on sleeping in and sleeping in late. I feel like it's just a waste of a day and waste of my time. I don't feel very good about it, but now I'm taking advantage of it. Now I'm okay with it because I know a lack of sleep is coming. So I'm loading up now. I'm enjoying it now while it lasts. And even when your children are here, it is good to develop a good sleep schedule for them. So once they go to bed, once you put them to bed, you have a little time to yourself, a little time with your wife and your girlfriend, and then make sure you go to bed. Go to bed early as much as possible. And you don't need to stay up and be on your phone and watch Netflix till 2 in the morning. You don't need to be doing that, because in a few hours that little one's going to be up and it's go time and you need to go. Another good healthy habit is reading. And children are going to be encouraged and pushed to read in school. And if they see mom and dad reading at home, they're going to model that behavior. If teachers are encouraging your children to read, and you're encouraging them to read at home, but you're not doing that yourself, it's going to be a little bit harder to get them to read. But if you're someone who reads because it's a hobby, it's a habit for you, and children see that, then they're going to be more inclined to read themselves. And it's not going to feel as much of an obligation for them. It'll be much better pushing reading on your kids than pushing a tablet on your kids. And This is a habit. This is a horrible habit that I see nowadays with parents. Is parents are busy doing something. They want their kids to be occupied with something. Get them out of their hair while they're doing something. Throw a tablet at them and keep them occupied for 3 hours. Let the kid be bored. Let them be bored. No, I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a video on this somewhere down the road, but a video about boredom. That how boredom is actually very helpful and actually very beneficial for you. Because you're bored, and yeah, we suffered a lot through boredom, through these lockdowns and being told not to go outside and stay home, and being bored, nothing to do at home. Boredom is actually beneficial because it it accesses the or activates the creative part of your brain to actually come up with new things to do. I actually got really into reading 3-4 years ago through boredom because I just needed something new to do, something to expand and challenge my mind a little more, and it just became a habit the last 3-4 years is reading or cooking, doing something to get you off the goddamn screens. And nowadays we always need to be connected, we always need to be doing something, we always need to be stimulated, we always need that next dopamine hit. That's the problem, because our dopamine function isn't working properly, because we always need that hit. Always, we're all looking for that next one, whether it's junk food, whether it's video games, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's something, whether it's social media. We always need that next dopamine hit, and when dopamine function isn't working properly, we'll find it in very unhealthy ways. Instead of being okay with being bored and allowing your kids to be okay to be bored, they have to find something to entertain themselves. All right, go outside, go play with a stick, go dig a hole, go climb a tree. You don't need a tablet in front of your kids every 2 seconds when you are busy doing something. Allow them to be bored, and allow them to cure that boredom, to fix that on their own. Yeah, because mommy and daddy's not there to entertain them all the time. Mommy and daddy are busy doing stuff. Allow them to be bored and develop that habit on their own. So it's your job as a dad to be able to model that behavior, model healthy habits. Because it's not you telling them, eat healthy, exercise, sleep, get off the computer, get off your phone, start reading. It starts with you doing that yourself by modeling that behavior. Then you can tell them to do that. But if you're already modeling that behavior, you probably won't even have to tell them as much as you think, because they're gonna look at you. They're gonna be a sponge, and they're gonna look at you as a dad to find the appropriate way to behave. Okay, and they're gonna adopt your behaviors and your habits, and they're going to adopt that for their own lives. And on that note, thank you for watching. I hope this video is of value to you. Do me a big favor, like and subscribe, and I see you all in the next one. Have a good one.